welcome to my channel, Josie and Elise, and today I'm going to be showing you some of my knitting, so some of my finished objects, as well as some of the projects that I'm working on. So let's get into it. So recently in my previous yarn related video, I mentioned that I had entered some projects into the Royal Melbourne show, and so they were on display, and now the show's over, so I've gotten them back, so I wanted to show you. So this here is a beautiful Allira shawl, and this is knit in a Yarn Club gradient that was dyed by Briony, who was formerly Gradient Australia, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, look at those colors. So that's the first one, and this is knit in a silk merino blend, and so it just drapes so beautifully. So there's some more pictures up on my Instagram if you want to check that out. There's a link down in the description box. And so I entered 3 projects overall, but I've only got 2 here to show you. And these are my finished objects. So the next one is one of my favorite shawls to knit. This is the textured shawl, designed also by Briony, or under Briony's Singelton designs, and that's knit in a white gum wool. It's one of my favorites, and it's so soft and beautiful. And the yarn I knit this one in is a Nunnaba gradient, and also another yarn color down below from Nunnaba. And it's so pretty, and you can see this texture is just divine. So that is my textured shawl, and they're my finished objects. So next up I'm going to show my work in progress. So I have quite a few. I like to start a lot of projects. Most of them get finished, some of them don't. I tend to be like swing between like knitting on just one project or like knitting on multiple at once. I can't seem to decide which ones. So yeah, I'll show you what my other projects. So here we go. And this one's nearly done. I'm just finishing up the toe on these ones. So this is some socks. Look, I'll show one of them. So the other one's very nearly done. And this is just a commercial yarn by Motivera. And it does this lovely striping. And it's just gorgeous. And these socks are actually going to be a gift for my grandmother for Christmas, so they're beautiful. And they're living in a little project bag that I have, this little pyramid one. And that was from Flock and Needle, which unfortunately they're no longer in business, but her project bag and her yarn are absolutely beautiful as well. So next up, in my little sheep project bag, this is a project bag I made myself as well, and another pair of socks. I haven't knitted many socks this year. It's been a bit more shawls and sweater focused, but I have had a few on the needles at least. And so this is my speckled space socks, and that pattern is by, oh, can I read my notes? Amanda Stevens. And it's in a Candy Apple Lane yarn dyer colourway, which I'm not sure what the colourway's name is, but it's beautiful. It reminds me of like army chick almost. So they're my speckled space socks. That's been very slow, but I love them. And next up is also a project that's been going on from like almost the start of this year. So if we can be done by Christmas, that'd be awesome. And this is in my Fuji-san bag, which I made myself. I love Japan, and I recently got to visit, and it was actually beautiful. I took this bag with me, and so my Fuji-san project bag got to see the real Mount Fuji, so that was amazing. And this shawl that I'm about to show you is the Alinda wrap, designed by Ambah O'Brien, and it's a lace-way wrap, so that's why it's taking me forever, but it is gorgeous. Well, I've got a lifeline in from when I took it overseas. You can see it's a bit scrunched up, because it's been in the bag, but it is absolutely beautiful. And this is lace, so once it's blocked, it will open right up as well. You can see it's got these beautiful eyelets, and this is in a silk and merino lace weight blend yarn by Fiberific that I got at the Bendigo Yarn Show, or Great Australian Wool Show I think it's called. And so that is just, I'm so close, it's nearly done. So I can't wait, and the goal is to have this one done next, so that's probably going to be my next finished object. And then I told you I had a lot of whips. There's a few more. I recently just started this one as I'm currently doing exams for my university course, and when exams come around, my knitting goes up majorly. Like, does anyone else get that? Like, their knitting increases when they're stressed. Like, it's their stress relief. So these are some socks I just started, and in this beautiful colorway by Mosley Park, and they're just simple vanilla socks as well. And I love knitting on my 9-inch Chao-Gu sock needles. Like, I love my little circular needle. They're amazing. They were very strange to get used to initially though, so everyone has their preference for sock knitting, and that one's mine, though occasionally you have to switch it up. So next up, but not lucky last, I just remembered I've left one of my most recent projects upstairs, but I will fetch that down in a moment. Next up is not a knitting project, it is a crochet one. And I've been knitting for 7 or so years now, and I didn't know how to crochet. And most of the times when people find out that I'm knitting, they're like, oh, do you crochet as well? I'm like, no, I don't know how to crochet at all. I've got no idea. And for a long time, I wasn't interested either. I really like the look of knitting. I really like, I like the design of knitting better, I think. But crochet definitely has its place. And I saw a lot of blankets from knitters or crocheters on YouTube, on Instagram, of their like scrap stripe blankets and crochet, and I fell in love. So I'm like, well, it's time that I learn how to crochet. So with the help of YouTube, I learnt, and this is my blanket. Okay, it's not gonna fully show. We'll go from the top. Ta-da! Dun 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 dun. So that is my crochet stripe scrap blanket, and I'm absolutely loving crocheting this. Like, I can't stop. And it's really good because it's using up all my leftover yarns. I have a lot of leftover yarns from socks and sweaters and things like that, so it's beautiful. So I get to put those in, and very nice. I've got one of my sweaters in here, and the other sweaters colors are down here. So I'm absolutely loving it. So if you're a knitter and you've been looking at crochet, if you're not too sure, I highly recommend. It's so much fun. It's really quick. It's really easy. I love it. And this is going to be a double bed sized blanket. So I feel like I'm a quarter done. I've got 3/4 left and I'll be done. I'm not looking forward to though. I have a lot of ends. So weaving in ends is not my forte, and that's one thing I'm going to have to learn in crochet. How do you weave? What's the best way to weave in ends for crochet? Is it the same as knitting, or is it slightly different? So that's something. I'm definitely going to be putting a border on my crochet blanket, so maybe I'll be able to find some way to reduce the ends to weave in. But I'm kind of like, I know some people like to do the ends as they go, but I like to put it off. So yeah, so I will be back in one moment. I'm going to grab my last work in progress currently. Okay, so I'm back. I've got my last work in progress to show you. So it's living in this Naughty by Nature bag, which is just this nice little project bag. And this is a colorwork project that I have started. So I'll try and insert a picture of the design as well. But you've got these little pretty flowers in green starting along. I've only just started, so it's getting there. And this is my first colour project in about 2 years almost, I think. But I absolutely love the look, and I have another colour cowl which has been so versatile, and I wear it all the time. So I'm super excited about this, and the colours are just beautiful. And my contrast is this beautiful green yarn from a yarn club from Circus Tonic Handmade, which is some Aussie dyed yarn. And then I've also got this really nice, oh, it's gonna blow out, this really nice grey cream, not cream, it's like this almost like dove grey, but a bit lighter maybe. And this is from Swish Yarns, and it's beautiful, love it so much. And so yeah, they're living in my Naughty by Nature bag. And that one, it's been a bit of a stop and start. It's a lot slower than my other projects, so I haven't really been knitting it lately. But I'm super excited for it. I enjoy working on it. This is the one I tend to alternate between. I'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of crochet, a little bit of my lace shawl. And so they're all being alternated so that I can get them done. And so yeah, they're my projects, and I do love to start them. I have so much yarn ready to go and wound up, and so there'll be so much more. So if you follow my Instagram especially, that's where I post all my knitwear and photos and things like that, and you can get like sneak peeks of actually knitting. And if you follow my channel as well, you'll get videos of my knitting adventures, as well as any like hikes or traveling I do. In December, I'm actually going back to Japan as part of a volunteer program, so I'm so excited, and I'm hoping to film some of that and take you guys with me, so yay! And yes, that's what's happening. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know down in the comments which project do you like best, and any recommendations you have for me. So I'm gonna say bye. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.